What confused me is how all of a sudden you such a friend and you never checked on her when the Cannon thing happened. You never checked on her, even when we came alive, when Jasmine came back, you never even checked on her then. But y'all friends.
Decided to bring up the little drama between Yandy and Rasheeda.
Yandy started talking about how she wished Rasheeda was there for her more and would have her back.
Rasheeda basically kind of paid her dust.
Now Rasheeda hands in the air, and I know that when Rasheeda started throwing that big ass rock on her finger around like this, when she started doing this, she don't give a F.
I'm not friends with you, or you.
The only one that's my ride and die right now is Kurt Mother Cross.
I'm like,
this was just going crazy.
you could definitely tell Rasheeda was hungry. Her eyes rolled back to the time Kurt.
The more we uncover, the more it seems Rasheeda is the real deal. According to Michelle, she was a friend to no one, just someone who brought a mix of love, company, and misery. The internet is buzzing after Rasheeda backed up the cheating allegations against Mendeecees. Kurt even suggested that what Jasmine said about Mendeecees sneaking around with other women was spot on. Mendeecees and Kurt have been at odds for a while, but Rasheeda made it clear that she and Yandy were never truly friends. Their friendship was more of a facade, maintained just for appearances. So the tension wasn't just between Mendeecees and Kurt. It even seeped into a relationship that apparently never really existed between Rasheeda and Yandy in the first place.
And Yandy have not had that type of relationship. Like, we don't talk about our husbands, and I know people see the television side of things, and we are in the same friend circles, but there's levels to friendships. And that's the thing, like, she has her close, tight, bestie friends. Like I said, my friends, like, when I go through stuff, we're there to hold each other down, not when the camera on, but in real life, you know, and not for a one-up to look good, because if you really felt like you've been holding me down, well, where were you, baby? That's all I'm saying is where you was.
Rasheeda is now doubling down on her claims, calling Yandy and Mendeecees' marriage completely phony. According to her, Mendeecees has been out partying behind the scenes for a long time, and even has a well-known sugar baby. If you know Yandy at all, you know she's fiercely loyal and serious about her partner and family. So Rasheeda's remarks have only made things worse. Both Rasheeda and Yandy are women known for stirring up drama and throwing shade, often while pretending innocence. But you'd think they'd at least have each other's backs, right? Both women are veterans in the hip-hop scene and have a lot in common, including dealing with men who take advantage of them and cause chaos. Even when Rasheeda wasn't around, Yandy always had her support. In fact, one big reason Yandy isn't close with Jasmine anymore is because she wants to stay loyal to Rasheeda. But here's the kicker. It seems Yandy may have been loyal to the wrong person all along. As soon as Jasmine started focusing on Mendeecees, Rasheeda flipped the script and started painting Yandy and Mendeecees' marriage in a harsh, negative light.
For you and your husband or boyfriend, whatever y'all call it, to get on the same page. Yeah. I'm not even sure if they're legally married.
It just me? Or does Rasheeda seem like she's been itching to do something similar all along? For a long time, she and Kirk made it clear they believed Jasmine was lying about everything. If you took anything Jasmine said at face value, you were basically labeled the enemy. But now, with Jasmine stepping forward about Mendeecees' infidelity against Yandy, the big question is she finally telling the truth, Kirk?
Stand on everything Jasmine say got truth on it, then I have to take account that everything she say about you is true. I know her. That is your woman. That's your baby mother. You deal with that. Leave me the for now.
Since Yandy has been put on the hot seat to answer for Mendeecees' infidelity, Rasheeda has been having a field day. She's not even trying to hide the fact that she called Yandy out. Instead, she's focused on shielding her man from any backlash. Like we mentioned earlier, one thing about Yandy is that she's always had Rasheeda's back, no matter what. It even got to the point where Yandy and Mendeecees had to sit down with Kirk and Rasheeda to try and tidy up this whole Jasmine mess.
I heard a lot of things. Females talking about they have Mendeecees' name tattooed on them and videos out of females with him or something. I don't know. It's really not my place to tell anybody anything.
Until it was revealed that Rasheeda actually knew about Jasmine's encounter with Yandy and lied about it. She had nothing good to say and flat out denied any knowledge from the start. It seemed like Rasheeda was trying to distance herself from the whole situation, but deep down, she might have suspected there was some truth to the rumors. She even went as far as to claim that she and Yandy were never really friends, insisting their loyalty to each other was never necessary in the first place.
Is how all of a sudden you such a friend and you never checked on her when the Cannon thing happened. When Jasmine came back, you never even checked on her then, but y'all friends.
At the end of the day, I know what you're doing and it's okay. And if people want to run with it and say Rasheeda's not a good friend, she's not where your man's.
That claim seemed absurd to Yandy, especially since, despite everyone rallying behind Rasheeda and Kirk, she had been the only one standing up for their marriage. Why would she defend someone who wasn't even her friend? In their hearts, both women had made it clear they were keeping their distance from Charlotte. But once Yandy finally let out all the resentment and anger that had been building inside it was clear. Charlotte was not looking good for their friendship.
So Yandy start yelling and she just like, oh, so we not friends? I'm all in these bitches' face for you.
I don't know who left the room first, but that was the end of that kickback. That was the end of that fun, and it was...
Rasheeda, on the other hand, refused to let Yandy treat her that way. She took their altercation as a green light to say and do whatever she wanted. Rasheeda started spilling all the tea about Yandy and Mendeecees' relationship, sharing details they clearly didn't want the public to know. Even after 2 weddings, she snapped back at them, dismissively referring to the couple as just boyfriend and girlfriend. On top of that, she claimed to have received other complaints about Mendeecees ending his relationships.
But I will say, I've seen things, and that's just that. That people have brought to me. Let me say it like that.
Did you ever go to her with the things you've seen?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
Because I don't do stuff.
Even though Yandy is trying to act like it never happened, everyone in Atlanta knows that Mendeecees was unfaithful, and that he had a side chick he was constantly dealing with. Kirk, of course, has been supporting his wife, and some say his loyalty to Mendeecees might even be stronger than Rasheeda's is to Yandy. According to Kirk, Mendeecees needs to get his relationships with his other baby mamas in order. He also claimed that Yandy and Mendeecees wanted to pick fights with him and Rasheeda just to stay relevant on the show. Can you believe that? Kirk suggested they were never meant to be friends. Any chance of peace between the two couples is quickly falling apart. After witnessing Rasheeda and Kirk engaging in some steamy moments with Carlos King, Mendeecees took to Instagram and fired off some serious shade. What kind of man keeps another man's name in their mouth? Shaking my head, he went on, I'm about to start disrespecting everybody. If you let your woman mention my name, then she can get it too. He added, I don't talk about people's polyamorous relationships. I mind my business because I don't give a fuck. Please stop talking about me and mind your own. Yandy wasn't about to let that slide either. She called out Rasheeda for talking about her relationship when she had no right to comment on other people's marriages, especially since Yandy had been tolerating Kirk's cheating for so long. That is now officially off the table. If there was ever a chance for Yandy and Rasheeda to be friends again, it's gone for good. After everything that's happened, Yandy will never see Rasheeda the same way. Sure, both women have had their messy moments, but Rasheeda has shown a surprising amount of boldness this time around. The whole situation is a reminder of how she handled her drama with K. Michelle before. Some fans are saying, Rasheeda is trash because now you're believing Jasmine about Mendeecees but not about Kirk? That's whack. There would be footage if Mendeecees was out doing who knows what. Still, no proof, just rumors. Others want Yandy and her crew to finally give Rasheeda the cold shoulder and let Kirk be her only friend, since she seems to keep begging for that. And I'm no Yandy fan, but honestly, it's enough. Rasheeda's true colors are showing now, and people are seeing who she really is, someone who doesn't understand loyalty. So what do you think? Did you ever imagine Yandy and Rasheeda would end up at odds like this? You won't want to miss the next updates, so drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Royal Celeb for all the latest drama and tea. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.